channel. So this is going to be my very first video I make. So I do get a lot of questions on how it is that I make my garlands and so. So I'm going to try the best to show you guys what it is and how it is I do them. So I have 2 events tomorrow. I'm going to try my best to record as much as I can. We are on a bit of a time crunch. We also have a wedding to go to, and we have to pick both up same night. So wish us luck. Let me go over everything as much as I can. So I do prep everything the night before. So far I already have these 2 bags going on. Of course, I do my 5-inchers. And the way I add my 5-inchers is I attach them to my garland with rubber bands. So I'll try to show that to you guys tomorrow. But I do get the base of my balloon structure done as well. At least I try to get as much as I can. Whatever doesn't fit in my bags or in my van, you know, I just try to make it there at either the venue or the location wherever I'm at. So for this event tomorrow, we're using regular Qualitex white. I'm using collision blue glass, and I am also using deluxe white sand from the latex. I hope I'm saying that right. That's the way I say it. So I do use a variety of sorry guys, my son just got out of the shower. So I do use a variety of 12-inch, 18-inch, 24-inch. Like I said, whatever doesn't fit in my van, I'll make it tomorrow. So most like if I use any 24 or 36-inch, I'll make those tomorrow, because it's like, why am I going to take up so much space in my van? By the way, I use a van, just a regular Sienna van. So I try to do that. Let's see. The way I blow up my balloons, I can show you guys that right now. Let me just finish up doing my 5-inchers white. So I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years already. Sorry guys. So I've been doing this for 3 years already, and the way my mind works with numbers, it's so hard to describe it and the quantity of balloons that I'm making. But for the most part, now I get the quantity exact. I mean, to the foot. Very rarely do I need to make more balloons on site, you know, besides the 26 and 36. So I'm gonna try to do a better video maybe on that, maybe next time. And also, if you guys have any questions on how it is I do my garlands, or any questions, or if you want to see anything, just let me know. I mean, this is my first video. It's not going to be the best. Sorry you guys, my cat just jumped in the so yeah, so either for my 5-inch, to make my 5-inch, I either use my Legenda and you guys can find this on my Amazon storefront. I'll try to link that as well. Or you guys can follow us on Lisby Balloons and on Instagram. We have this pump, which is, you know, the usual pink pump from Amazon. And I also have, I'm going to link it as well, a blue pump. And I do believe I have another pump. Can't remember what it's called right now. So for my 5-inch, I either use the Legenda, or if I'm rushing it, I use just the regular pink pump. I don't know about you guys, but I always lose the top nozzles for these. Either I lose them, I leave them behind somewhere, or they're probably in my work bag. I don't know, but I figure out a way just to make it work, you know? I squeeze the 5-inch through the first, you know, the one that doesn't push in, And then I just add them very softly. Make sure you round them up. And you know, for the most part, I try to even them out. It's okay if they're not. Sometimes perfect is better, in my opinion. So for this setup, I'm doing a 7-foot arc, wooden arc. I already have that ready. I painted that earlier. And I am also gonna be adding a small garland to a marquee letter spelling out baby. So I'm doing about 10 of these. Also, you guys, there's so many times where there isn't 5-inch available, and it's okay, because I have learned to improvise. We make it work, and that's fine. So what I do is I make 5-inch balloons out of 11-inch. Isaac, can you turn it down, please? Isaac, turn it down or go to my room, puppy. Turn it down or go to my room. So let me show you guys on what I mean by that. So basically, you're gonna need 2 11-inch or 12-inch to make this quad. So what you're gonna do, this is what I do. There's many ways people do it. Whatever you choose would be your way. So what I do is I blow it up pretty big, then I switch it down almost until I can feel my fingers from both sides. So then I make a knot, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the next. Fingers touch a little bit more, something like this, and then I tie it. So what you're going to do, you're going to squish it right in the middle of the tail, right there. See that? And I'm going to turn it about 3 or 4 times, not too much, 3 or 4 times. Tail, and I'm gonna hold it right under my armpit, and the same thing with this one. So here's a tail, and we're gonna squish it right in the middle. I try to even it out as much as I can. Isaac, please. Exactly. So we're gonna grab this one. So now we have 2 of them, and we're gonna squish it right in between. And then what I do is I turn it about 2 times, and they're nice and tight. Nice and tight. Ta-da! It works. It's perfect. You know, and I have seen a lot of balloon artists prefer it this way, and their garlands, excuse me, look spectacular. They look amazing. So if you would rather not even buy that 5-inch bag, go for it. It'll work. And I add these the same way as I add my other 5-inchers with rubber bands. And I have that linked in my Amazon storefront as well. So this was just a tester, but I'll still use it. This is the same color I'm using. So I'm counting to see how many white balloons I have made so far. My goal was about 10 to 11. So far, I have made the garland that's going to be on the arc. And the reason I did that was because, so let me double check my list. I don't know about you guys, but I have to make a checklist. If I don't, God forbid, I will forget something. Okay, so I am taking the 1 panel garden, the Oh Baby neon sign. And I'm taking a wild child chair. I'm also going to be taking a rug. Sorry guys, just looking at my list. I don't know about you guys, but I occasionally forget things and it's just horrible. Either I have to come back or my hubby has to meet me somewhere, or you know, we make it work. But we're not trying to forget tomorrow, right? Because I have a wedding to get to. Okay, so far that's done. Give me a second, okay, you guys? I will be right back. So I'm gonna just do that only because I'm not too sure how much more will fit in the van. So in the morning, this is gonna be my first event. And what I'm gonna do is, you know, I'm gonna load up around 6:30 a.m. We're gonna load up and we're gonna see if there's space. And if there's space, I will definitely make more here at home before I leave. Just because I wanna try to get out of there as fast as I can. You know, I just wanna arrive, set up, and get going. And I'm gonna try my best to record as much as I can. You know, sometimes at these events, we do have clients that, you know, will stick around, stare. You know, I don't mind. I honestly don't mind, but I don't want to be recording so up close and talking to you guys, and just don't want it to seem too weird. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the rest of the colors, which I have in my kitchen. My garage is extremely packed. My husband just made me a storage in the backyard. We're trying to get that going. That'll be for another video. Let me know if you guys are interested in checking out how my garage looks, because honestly, you guys, my garage looks like a store. Literally, it looks like a store. You know, my husband sells woods here and there, like backdrops, and we have had other balloon artists come and just be like, really, it's pretty bad. But you know, I'm trying not to do that thing where I overbuy colors now, because I'm not gonna lie, there are some colors there that have not been touched in months, and you know, I'm not trying to be that person anymore. I am trying to specifically buy what I need, and I have learned from that. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the rest of the colors that I need, and I want to show you guys what method works for me, as in blowing up the balloons, you know, how many each size I use, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, okay, so I got my colors, and these are gonna be the 4 colors that I'm using. So I'm using Pink Lemonade from Ellie's. Great brand, by the way. If you guys haven't had a chance to try these, try them out. I'm using Tough Tex lace. Really like this one too. I'm using White Sand again. And I'm also using it for my first event. White Sand from Sempertex. And I am using Rosewood, which is down here. I'm sorry, guys, if you could see my mess, you would be. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, right? So this is Rosewood. And like I said, I'm using about 3 different sizes between 5, 11, 18, and 24. So I'm about to get started with my garland for this second event. And like I said, it's 4 different colors for this second event, which is lace, white sand, lemonade, and rosewood. So what I do is, I know this is gonna be on my 7-foot arc wall, and it's 4 different colors. So I am about to do about 2 different, what should I call it? It's about, so what I do is like little bunches. So it's gonna be 2 quads together. So I'm gonna do 2 different bunches like that. So basically like 16 balloons. So this is, let me show you. So this is my first quad, right? And the way I do my garlands is neck to neck. I tie them. I have done before using a 260, using fishing wire, and also ribbon. All of them are great, but me myself, I prefer neck to neck. It is a little rough, and in the beginning it'll hurt your fingers a lot, but you'll get used to it. It's just preference, in my opinion. So like I said, I did one quad already, all 11-inch on this quad. Then I'm gonna make a second quad. So far this pair is 11-inch, and then I'm gonna go in with an 18-inch and another 11-inch. So the way I do it is I blow them up as big as I can, and then I bring them down to like perfectly round shape. And then I connect them like that. So the way I did it was 2, and then intertwine them twice. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the neck from one of the balloons on this quad, and then the neck from the other quad, and I am going to tie those together. No need for double tie, just one knot is fine and sturdy enough. You can even pull on it a little bit, just like tug on it just to make sure it's tight, and it's tight. It's not going anywhere. So this is the way I do my little bunch. Call them a bunch. I will show you what it is I do once this is just for the base. So once I add my base onto the arc, occasionally, for the most part, I add a smaller quad on here, basically on the top. You know, it just depends how my garland is looking to me. I'll show you guys a little bit more on that tomorrow when I'm building it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. So like I said, I'm gonna make 2 bunches of each color since there is 4 colors, and I am gonna be working on a 7-foot arc. So I'm gonna work on that, and I may speed through this, basically just doing the same thing over and over. One thing though, real quick, is I'm gonna wait to do all the 5 inches to the end, because believe it or not, Ellie's brand did not have 5-inch in stock at the location I went to. I was able to find a couple here in my stock from a prior event, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, it may make at least 2, or it may work. I may need to make at least 1 more out of the 11-inch. You know, another thing I used to do about a year in, which I don't do anymore, I would get orders in and I would get so excited. And you know, at that time I wouldn't ask for deposits, and that was around the time COVID was hitting. And you know, I didn't ask for non-refundable deposits either. So a lot of my events were, basically all of them got canceled back to back, and it was just horrible. You know, I had bought, loads of balloons, and that happened. That was really bad. But luckily, you know, I did get a lot of like bouquets, tons and tons. We do have helium. We offer helium, so we had a lot of orders going out. Basically just dropping off at the door, and that was, you know, that was pretty good. It was not bad. Oh. Okay, so now that I'm done with those 2 bunches of the pink lemonade, I am going to make just 1 extra small quad. So I'm not going to make the quad as big as, you know, these 11-inch balloons that I made, which let me show you again. This is how they are. This is how the bunch looks right now. And so I'm going to make it a bit smaller, just because I know for a fact that I might add it on one of these. I'm just not too sure which one. And if I do need to add more, I'll make it over there, but I don't. That'll be fine. And one thing that I do is, like, let's say, you know, for my first event, I have white sand, white, and dusty blue. So I start sketching out my design, and the way I like to work on my color scheme, you know, on the design, is I like to start with the lightest color first and ending with the darkest color. So I never mix up my balloon colors, ever. You know, I stick to chunks and just working that way. So let's say we have white sand, and dusty. Sorry, I'm looking at my notebook at the same time. So that's exactly how I'll start. My first bunch will be white. My second bunch will be white sand and dusty blue. Honestly, I'm not too sure on the white and white sand yet, because I have to visually see it. I may change my mind on those. But for the most part, I try, you know, I try to get an idea of what exactly, how exactly I want it before I get there. That's my biggest fear, is for me to arrive and not know, you know, what I'm doing. I mean, there's times where I have to improvise and, you know, do things a certain way, and we get it done. Don't get me wrong, we'll get it done. But I always like to be prepared. Who wouldn't, right? So that's me. Another thing that I do, guys, is on extremely hot days, I'll blow up as big as I can and let the air go out completely, like literally all the way out, and then I'll re-blow it up. And I also blow them up as big when my events are outdoors under the sunlight. That's what I do. I've tried doing a quad with 6 balloons, and it's just not my thing. I don't prefer it. But like I said, you know, you guys will get your own methods, your own design. You know, I've gone to several classes, and this is just how I like doing it. By the way, all my teachers were great, amazing teachers. I get asked for one-on-one classes, and you know, I think I'm ready. So I think I'm gonna be starting that soon. But before I wasn't, and I would recommend so many great gals. So many. So many great people out there, great teachers. By the way, I'm in Los Angeles, California. All right, so I got my pink lemonade down. Another thing I do, I'm sorry if I'm just, another thing I do. So yes, I send color schemes out to my clients ahead of time. Just, you know, I've had this really bad experience once where I arrived and my client did not like her colors and I felt horrible. I did offer a discount, I'm not gonna lie, and you know, I suggest everyone send out a color scheme because honestly, you know, you can say brown, you can say light brown, and there's just so many shades of every color out there in balloons. You know, also sometimes clients are expecting a more, you know, like customized color, and I don't know if you guys know this, but you can make customized colors by double stuffing them, and they look amazing, but that requires so much work that, you know, that is an additional cost, especially with us. We do have an additional cost for that. And, you know, a lot of times clients will say, well, hey, listen, I don't want to pay that much. And it's totally fine, but I want to show them what color it is that they're getting. So that's about it for tonight. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow morning, and before I leave, I'll load up my van. I'll try my best to show you guys and take really good video. Try my best. Thank you guys. See you guys in the morning. Hey guys, good morning. So we did end up having some space in the van. We gotta leave in about 15 minutes. Just gonna make some quads. Oh, that looks cool. Come on. Hey guys, we're on our way. This is how we look loaded up. Manny doesn't want to say hi. We're about 20 minutes out from it. Hey guys, so we just got here. We're gonna start unloading and then I'll start the video as soon as we have everything in there. Be right back.